Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will be playing a deck that consists of only cards that are kind of forgotten in the game. Obviously, this is mostly from a personal perspective because I think everyone forgets about different cards, but I still try to be as objective as possible in trying to pick cards that I feel like are just not really even not played because, for example, Furnace is very it has a very low use percentage and is not played at all, but people don't forget about it because it's incredibly annoying. So these are not necessarily not played cards, but cards that are just fade in the darkness. People just don't think about them that much. So what are the cards, you may be asking? So these are the cards I thought about. We have Mega Minion, which just got outshined over the years by other air cards, and nobody really cares about him anymore, unfortunately. Went for Goblin Cage as the building here. Just feels like one of those buildings that people even forget that exists in the game. Golden Knight, just never really played against him in the past few months, and there are no good decks with it. Just kind of exists, but nobody really cares about him. Then we have Ice Wizard, which got outshined by the Little Prince in the Splasher deck, which is basically the only deck where the Ice Wizard was viable in. Then Spear Goblins, don't really require much explanation. Ice Golem, which is only played in 2.6, but 2.6 is 2.6 is not even good anymore. Flying Machine, Hunter is it's like a like everyone. If there is like if people start talking about what is the most underrated card or forgotten card, Hunter gets mentioned very often because it's so good, but at the same time people don't like playing it because it's kind of unreliable and underwhelming sometimes, and other times it's just incredibly broken. So because of how unreliable it is, it's kind of not played that much. But yeah, if there are other cards that I have forgotten, which is possible because maybe there is a card that is so forgotten that I didn't even think about it, make sure to let me know. Let me know what other cards you would have put in the deck. For now, let's see if playing with only forgotten cards can actually get us some wins. We are against NSR97 here in the first game. The deck we are playing, by the way, is not good by any means. You can see it for yourself. There is no win condition, no spells. Just because I don't think that there are any spells that are forgotten. Like the first one that comes to mind is Zap, obviously. But is it really forgotten? There is some decks where it's viable, as well as now it has an evolution, so people will be playing it more. Fireball, no way you can call it forgotten. Poison, arrows, earthquake, like all decks that are, or all spells that are incredibly good, and in no way whatsoever they can be called forgotten. So yeah, if maybe there is one like forgetting about, like Rage, but I don't know. So yeah, no spells in this deck because I don't think there are any forgotten spells. And yeah, then we have just random cards. Ice Wizard, Flying Machine. I don't think that this deck is good by any means. There is also no win condition because, again, I don't think that there is any win condition that is forgotten. The only one that is remotely forgotten could be the Drill, but it's not even that bad as of right now in the meta, so I don't think it's deserving of a spot in this deck. Maybe Giant. I mean, I'm trying to guide you through my thought process here, but I don't think that people can forget about a win condition. Like, in some way or another, win conditions are played in the game. Also, that's a very big bet Hunter. So low that it's not gonna keep our Flying Machine alive, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna tank for the Hunter with the Ice Golem. If he plays Mega Knight, he's just gonna get some nice value. That's all. I'm gonna go for Ice Wizard here. Go for a Goblin Cage, obviously. Flying Machine here to the side. And I think we are looking pretty nice. I don't think we are too worried about anything happening here. Even though we should probably go for Ice Golem. He has Skarmy. We know he's gonna play it on the left side probably. Okay, he goes for Valk instead. Now Skarmy. That's gonna be very difficult to break through. He has loads of defenses which are preventing us from breaking through here, which is, yeah, not great by any means. Go for Ice Golem maybe. He wasted his minion horde there, kinda. Gonna go for Spear Goblins. He's gonna go for Mega Knight. We already know. That's not surprising by any means. Flying Machine connects though. He let it slip. That's a lot of damage, and we don't really need much more. Because we can stick to defense. Yep. Go for this. That's a Hog Rider shot, unfortunately. Go for Ice Golem, tank. And we are gonna go in the right side because he's gonna play Valk. He has enough for Skarmy, unfortunately. That's a shame. Gonna go for... Oh, the bandit actually died. I'm gonna go for a Flying Machine on the bridge just because he's low. He's gonna play Mega Knight and maybe he will not have enough for other things, and I was right. Go for Ice Golem because he's gonna go for Hog Rider. Nope, he's not. Okay. Hunter, I guess. That's gonna be a few Hog Rider shots, unfortunately. Don't think I can prevent it. Okay. The last shot was about to come. I'm glad that the Hog Rider didn't get that last swing. Let's go for Flying Machine. Go for Golden Knight. He's gonna go for Mega Knight, probably. Or just Army. Our Mega Minion is chilling there on the right side, which is great. Another Flying Machine. Go for... No, don't jump on the Ice Wizard. That's the only thing that cannot happen right here. I'm gonna go for a cage. I'm gonna go for ability, please. Nope. The wizards are splashing there. Not too worried about the minion horde. We have ways to deal with it. Go for Ice Wizard. He goes for a random Skarmy. I will go for Golden Knight. Go for Flying Machine in the other lane. He's actually switching up lanes. That's crazy. I mean, I think it's way too late for a play like this. Just make sure he doesn't get any damage on the left side, which is what we should be worried about. And that's GG. Mostly had to play defense there at the end. I let a few Hog Riders slip through, which was the biggest mistake, because he had also no spells and no direct way to get damage. So if I avoided taking damage from those Hog Riders, this would have been even an easier game. But since I let a few Hog Riders slip through, we were lucky that our opponent actually let the Flying Machine connect, because if he didn't mess up that Flying Machine, that wouldn't have been winnable because we had no way to break through there. And also, that one Flying Machine on the bridge was actually incredibly clutch. It's a garbage play, playing my Flying Machine on the bridge, but I knew that I could do it just because I was aware of his cycle, and I knew he would play Mega Knight on the left side, and I knew that because of that he wouldn't have any other things. Or please don't splash on my tower. I mean, didn't splash on my tower, but that cage is completely useless. Musketeer is unfortunately on the Golden Knight. I was hoping it would target the cage. It's fine. Let's go for Ice Golem to protect the Golden Knight. And he goes for Mini P.E.K.K.A. I mean, that's fine. The Goblin Brawler is gonna take care of the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So at the end of the day, the Goblin Brawler did something at least. I'm gonna go for goblins like this. Because I don't... What? I mean, I was scared the Mini P.E.K.K.A. would connect, but I was not expecting a Royal Giant. You can trust me on that. Royal Giant, Hog Rider, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Firecracker. What even is that? What now? What's the plan? He has Hog Rider. I will go for Flame Machine from the back. Get ready for the Hog Rider, which is probably gonna arrive soon, unless he's trying to make some bigger push. Tanking for the... He wastes a Musketeer? Okay, I will go for Golden Knight. Use the ability to dash on the Musketeer. I think that's pretty obvious play, even though I'm just gonna miss another cage real quick. Don't mind me. We are basically losing our whole tower at this point, thanks to my incredibly good cage placements. He goes for a Sparky. I wish I didn't play the ability so early. Also, yes, Sparky Royal Giant Hog Rider. What? Okay, he actually does tank for the Sparky, which I don't know. What? I was 100% sure that the Golden Knight would literally, like... I was sure that the Hog Rider... I can't talk, I swear! I was sure that the Golden Knight would jump on everything, Royal Giant, Musketeer, and Firecracker. Instead, it did literally nothing. That was a disaster of a game. I mean, he literally didn't deserve this. I didn't deserve it either, but he didn't play nowhere close to well enough to be deserving of the win, but he was still better than I did. 2 or 3 Hog Riders slipped through. Golden Knights not dashing as they should. Predictions gone wrong. That was literally the worst game that we could have played. It's actually... it doesn't make sense. Let's just forget about it. Focus on the last game and let's win this. Even though we're not playing a good deck by any means, obviously. Let's go for Spirit Goblins. Okay, he goes for Knight, which obviously means that he's probably playing some cycle deck, whether it's Hog Rider or Miner. Fireball doesn't say much. I mean, not a lot of Hog Rider Fireball decks running around, so not sure if that's actually Hog Rider or not. Fireball Zap, Evo Knight. I have no clue whatsoever. Archers... I mean, X-Bow, but with Zap? I mean, I don't know, could be, but... imagine if that Golden Knight dashed on the tower. That would have been so great. Okay. Our Ice Wizard survives, he's gonna have to use something on it. Okay, he goes for Electro Wizard indeed. Let's tank with the Ice Golem. And he has to commit a Knight, which is great. I think it's not enough. Okay, he has to zap as well. Archers, Golden Knight, and Knight. What's even going on? What are those decks? I mean, we're not in League 1, we're League 6. Not saying that it's something crazy, but still. Let's go for Spear Goblins. That Golden Knight is gonna dash for sure. Oh, it's actually not. He doesn't have a lot of elixir now. Okay, he plays an Electro Wizard last sec. And we have to waste a Ice Golem. I have no clue what this guy is playing. Electro Wizard, Golden Knight, Knight, Archers, Fireball Zap. There is 1 or 2 more cards he needs to play. It's probably the win condition, but what even could it be at this point? He's just taking Fireball P.E.K.K.A. Does it make sense? Not really. I cannot really pressure in the left lane because he has Evo Knight at the ready, so it doesn't really allow me to push yet. Hunter gets some nice value though, which is great to see. Gonna go for Hunter here. Okay, so he has... I mean, now it makes more sense, I guess. Battle Ram and Golden Knight. I mean, it makes sense. Still not a great deck. I'm surprised that he's managing to play with it. Says the one playing a deck without any win condition, but still. Let's go for Ice Wizard here. He actually goes in the other lane. I'm just gonna put Goblin Cage on it. The Brawler takes care of everything. The only issue here, I mean, I think I can defend, but he has Fireball and he can get damage. Yep, that's what I mean. Which is incredibly bad. I'm not sure how we can break through. Him having Golden Knight, Knight, and P.E.K.K.A. he just has a wall which is unbreakable without like having something that targets the towers. So I have no clue how we're gonna be able to do something here, unfortunately. Looks like it could be a lost game already. The only way we win is with a lucky Golden Knight. It's not a Goblin. With a lucky Golden Knight on the tower. But again, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna hide here. Gonna go for a low Goblin Cage. I'm trying to think of stuff I can do to win, but I just don't think it's possible here. He's just taking fireballs every single time. For this, I'm not gonna play another Flying Machine in the middle. I don't think it's good. What is wrong with me? I just said I'm not gonna play another flying machine in the middle. And I follow up by playing a fucking flying machine in the middle. What even is wrong with me? Like, literally, am I okay? I don't think I am. What? Yeah, I mean, there is just no way whatsoever to break through here, unfortunately. Yeah, just no way. He was very, 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 like, aware of being, like, of not making mistakes on defense, and it worked out for him very well. Unless he almost messed up there. That was the only mistake he made during the game, which I was saying he was playing very cautiously and defensively. There at the end, he was getting slightly too aggressive there on the left side. He committed all his elixir on the push on the left side. I had a cage to stop it. He had no way to stop the Golden Knight because he had no elixir. If there was 1 more second maybe, like if there were 5 more seconds, we would have lost the tower because there was no way we could have stopped it. But if there was like 2 more seconds and then the time would have ended, that could have been actually a win. It's unfortunate he had a fireball. If we also had fireball, this would have been a completely doable game. The only reason why he won was because he was throwing random fireballs at hunters, flying machines, ice wizards. He had a lot of fireball value and a lot of tanky units which we cannot really break through because we have, if we had a battle ram or a ram rider, a hog rider, anything that goes on the tower, a miner, this would have been a completely doable game. But yeah, not in this scenario where we don't have anything that goes on the tower and he had just a wall with Evo Knight and P.E.K.K.A. Like, we had no way to do anything. But yeah, this is the most forgotten deck, in my opinion. If you guys have other cards you're thinking about that you think would fit in this deck, make sure to let me know. And also, if you have other deck ideas or challenges you would like me to attempt, also make sure to let me know. For now, I wish you a great day and I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye bye.